Live from KVOA, this is News 4 Tucson, live at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Angelique Lizardi. News 4 Tucson investigators uncovering a disturbing case involving a veteran and former Border Patrol agent. Thank you again for joining us. It has been a 5-year legal battle that the agent now accepting a plea agreement after being indicted on more than a dozen charges related to child molestation and indecent exposure to a minor. Tonight, reporter Corus Nylander sitting down with a close relative involved in this investigation, and we do want to warn you the details are disturbing. He joins us now outside of Pima County Superior Court with the latest details. Corus.
Yeah, well, Angelique, some very disturbing details. Has accepted after being indicted on 14 counts related to the molestation of his own daughter, as well as indecent exposure in front of another young child. With this agreement, 12 of those charges are just going to disappear. Here next week at Pima County Superior Court, a judge will decide his fate.
The family as a whole has been through the most excruciating, terrifying, heartbreak experience that you could imagine. It has torn our family apart at the seams.
This woman doesn't want to be identified in fear of retaliation. She's a close family member of Efren Lopez Corneo and says it's been a more than 5-year nightmare she's been living. She hopes next week the judge will hold him accountable for the admitted molestation of his own daughter.
Hope and pray that the judge awards this man the maximum sentencing.
Corneo is an Army veteran and spent his career in Border Patrol, part of the highly specialized BORTAC unit. He has since resigned. According to this police report from Marana Police, he was arrested at Border Patrol's Tucson headquarters in March 2021. According to the report, his own daughter says when she was as young as 9, from 2011 to 2017, her father would regularly enter her room while their mother was away and would touch her breasts and genitals and force her to masturbate him. This happening about every other night, she told investigators.
She had nothing to gain by this. Nothing. She could have just stayed quiet and let this all blow over and suffered. But she didn't, because she's courageous. She's got a heart of a lion. Yes. And I am so proud of this young lady.
A second victim, who was 9 years old at the time, says in 2006, Corneo called her into his room and exposed his genitals to her. She ran away. In April 2021, Corneo was indicted on 14 counts related to child molestation and indecent exposure. In October this year, he accepted a plea agreement, county attorneys agreeing to find him guilty of 1 count of child molestation and 1 count of indecent exposure. Jail time and sex offender status will be up to the judge. Per the sentencing guidelines, he could face just under 6 years in prison if the judge finds the acts aggravated. For the relatives I spoke to, they hope for the maximum, but no jail time could ever heal what's been done.
You nurse your children, you raise them up, you love them more than anything in this whole entire world. And it is the most catastrophic thing I've ever suffered for all of our family.
And that sentencing date will be here at Pima County Superior Court next week on Thursday. We'll be here and we'll bring you the latest as this case moves forward. We're live tonight from Pima County Superior Court. Corus Nylander, News 4 Tucson.
Corus, thank you. Well, we also reached out to CBP, which told us Cornejo is no longer an employee, sending us a statement saying, quote, CBP stresses honor and integrity in every aspect of our mission. We do not tolerate corruption or abuse within our ranks, and we cooperate fully with all criminal or administrative investigations of alleged misconduct by any of our personnel, whether it occurs on or off duty, end quote. You can read the full plea agreement for yourself on our website at KVOA.TV.